What's up, guys? We're back with another episode of the AJ Red Show, and we're back again now covering episode 2 of season 9 of Married to Medicine. Y'all want to see what the girls got going on and what they've been into lately in season 9, episode 2? Y'all want to chat about this shit a little bit? All right, here we go.
It's the AJ Red Show, starring me, AJ Red. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Now let's get into it.
Welcome back. It's your boy AJ Red, and yes, I am back again with another episode of the AJ Red Show. We're back again tonight to talk about these lovely, beautiful ladies over here with their messy ass with the bullshit down there in Georgia, in Atlanta, over there on Married to Medicine, season 9, episode 2. Welcome back again. If you have forgotten, real quick, like, subscribe, and share. Make sure you hit the notification bell to make sure you get these videos when I do post them. There is so much shit I have to cover for you guys, for myself, and just being plain fucking nosy, right? Anyway, so jumping right into the episode. Season 9, episode 2, Married to Medicine. Like I told you, one of my favorite shows is back. I'm so happy about it. But jumping right into the episode. So they started off with Heavenly Crazy Ass coming in, showing up at Jackie's office, and apparently needing a little blood work, needing a little freebie or something like that from a homegirl. They sit down and have a little chit-chat in the office and all this bullshit. The part that threw me a little bit was when Jackie was talking to Heaven, stupid ass, telling her, basically, bitch, apparently you about to go through menopause. This bitch gonna holler, what make you think I'm going through menopause? Maybe I'm pregnant, maybe I'm expecting. Expecting what? Like Jackie said, perimenopause, bitch. Get real. It was real funny. Like I said, it brings a lot of light to Heavenly's crazy ass personality and her comical side. The shit was really funny to me. If y'all didn't see it, go and watch the episode. There's a lot going on, apparently, like I told y'all before, in this season, this episode. Contessa and Toya decided to link up, let the kids play, have a little time or whatever, and chill, which they did that. And just as Toya pulls up with her children, the little boys, one of her Contessa's little girls say, there they go, one's an angel, one's a demon or some shit like that bad. And Toya gonna get offended. She gonna say some shit like, did she call my son a demon or something like that, or the devil? Yes, bitch, that little boy is bad. Most of them are. All 3 of your little boys is bad as fucking. I'm pretty sure, looking at everything, I'm pretty sure they probably get it from Toya's side in the first place. Because she bad as fucking, mouthy as hell. And she going to tell Eugene anything she feel like telling Eugene. And Eugene just sucked that motherfucking shit up and let it roll. But Eugene, you need to build a fucking backbone and let Toya know where the fuck you stand. Stand on it, stand true to it, be firm on it, and stick to it. Stop letting Toya run all over you and railroad you and shit. The boys got your back. Shit. Even though they's bad as fuck, they got her back, they got his back with their dad, and he was saying too, shit, he always got their back because them his boys. Basically with all these TV shows, these reality shows, there's always fashion, there's always, money being exchanged, there's always money being thrown around, these lavish parties, these little getaways and stuff like that. But the root of all these motherfucking reality shows is the mess. The confusion, the organized confusion, the fuckery, the craziness of it all. And one of the things that's been highlighted so far, especially in this second episode, it keeps sweltering from episode 1 now to episode 2, is some shit that Heavenly's been up to. And it's mostly been apparently affecting Contessa. And Contessa is upset because she is basically accusing Heavenly of taking to her YouTube platform during the COVID time and kind of coming out of it and spending the time that we've been waiting to see if they were gonna fucking come back or not. Basically, Heaven decided to keep herself afloat by not only fixing gaps and goobs and fucked up teeth and all this shit and putting implants and shit like that in motherfuckers' mouths and chasing her behind daddy and making sure he's keeping himself intact and ain't no other bitches chasing behind him. She ain't only been tending to those things and seeing where Allure is going in her hair business. She's also been ragging her friends apparently here on YouTube, and they kept showing clips. Like I told y'all before, Bravo is messy and they'll keep the mess going real quick. They kept showing clips of Heavenly on her show, and at first it seems like she was just asking herself kind of like questions like, do I think Contessa's being abused verbally or something like that, or emotionally? The answer is yes. But it seems as though she had people, I guess, commenting down in her different sections or being live and allowing people to ask questions and answering them throughout her show. And that was one of the things that actually really fucked Contessa up so far, seeing as though she and Heavenly kind of, shared a bond and was cool at once upon a time, but all of a sudden now she took this turn and decided to talk about Contessa's marriage on her platform. Now, let me say this. I've said before in the last video related to Married to Medicine that I did not think that Contessa and her husband were going to make it, because it seems very bleak in the 8th season. And they were arguing so much. Divorce was on the table. She had actually filed for divorce. She was looking to go through with it until he came to her with a counter action, asking to go to therapy instead, which she had been asking for all along. So that worked out perfectly. But in all of this taking place, Heavenly repeatedly went on these rants on YouTube about Contessa being verbally abused by her husband and emotionally abused, and how she's stupid for him, and he makes a fool out of her, and different allegations that she feels like Contessa should have caught on to, and at this point now should have left her husband. So she was not only just going on. Now, mind you, Heavenly has done this shit before. If you all remember, she's gone off one time before with about Cecil. She and Simone had this issue before when she was talking about how Cecil didn't have a job, how he wasn't working, and how Simone had to carry the weight and pay the bills, and how, Cecil was just kind of floating in the sky or floating around trying to figure out what he wanted to dabble in as far as his next career. And then when he had taken that money and started that app, Heavenly had gone on to several platforms and spoke out about that, which really caused a lot of fucked up tension between she and Simone. And it took a very long time, and it took a lot of conversation and a lot of interactions between the two of them, and with the help of some of the other ladies, it took a lot to bring them back from that, because again, you on there fucking with somebody else's marriage, somebody else's relationship that is supposed to be your friend. If you're going to find commentary, Heavenly, you could have found some shit. Talk about you and Daddy. Talk about Allure and her having her skin issues and all this other shit. Talk about your own family, because if I was one of them and I found you went up on YouTube or any other platform, best believe I would have gotten on the next platform, because at that point we're not friends anymore, because you felt the need, or you felt the okay, or there was a door open for you, or room for error for you to take your fucking ass and go on a platform and talk about your friends in different ways with their marriage, their relationships, and their home lives and shit like that. But you'd be the first to say, certain things are off limits. But Heavenly has always got her nose in some shit and always got her mouth on some shit. So I can really see as to why, the reason as to why Contessa is really pissed off with Heavenly in the magnitude that she is. Now, we really haven't seen it play out yet, because apparently episode 3 is supposed to be them, coming together, having this supposed to become the Jesus moment, but they're ambushing Heavenly's ass with these videos and shit that she said about them. So, I think it's planned by Simone and a couple of others the way it looks while they're, in the car talking about it, because like I said, they don't have a good outlook on how she has taken to YouTube and talked about their marriage and different things in their home life, but she won't spill the beans about a fucking thing going on with her and Daddy and Allure and her boys unless it's something positive. So if you're not going to do that with yourself, if you're not going to spill your own motherfucking tea, then Heavenly, you need to go chill out somewhere, because you're not an Ian Levanzant. You're not maybe relationship oriented, but you still could stand and take a couple of fucking classes. Daddy need to put your ass in one of those classes, relationship classes, and get your mind right to get you to obey and settle your fucking ass down. And maybe you'll stay out of some of everybody else's business. Simone and Cecil had a moment where they met with, I forget the boy's name, their son, the one that, was off and on with school and doing here and there and not doing much, and acting like he had a fucking GPA of 4. They met up with him, to see how things were going with him. Apparently he's having a decent life. They met his girlfriend somewhere, I guess, doing Thanksgiving or some shit, on Father's Day or something, I don't know. during COVID or something like that. And honestly, I'm gonna just tell y'all what the fuck I was thinking. Y'all might not want to see it, but I'll see it. The first thing that came to my mind was the young lady was really nice. You know, she was sweet, and I think they probably have a lot in common. But I'm thinking to myself, well, goddamn, wherever he was staying at or living that dorm life or wherever, there ain't no black girls around that he feel tempted to be around. Because it can't be about credit, because your parents got good credit and they got money. So apparently it's not about you going to find no Asian girlfriend because you're looking for good credit, unless you're looking for that bitch to help you with them books, because word on the street is the little boy ain't that smart when it comes to the books, especially his first season down to the schoolhouse. So I'm looking for that younger boy to do a whole lot more bigger things than this older one. Who knows? I'm pretty sure he has it in him. He just got babyfied so fucking much and coddled so much till, you know, probably, and I'm sure by Cecil and not Simone, because she got a firm fucking hand, as we've seen over the past seasons, and she doesn't let the boys get away with too much. But I think Cecil is the one that kind of, you know, gave them that fluffing and all that different shit and spoiled those boys with the cleaning and the mopping and all that shit and doing laundry, you know, at the house and taking care of him. But yeah, I'm like, damn, you couldn't find no black girlfriend? I don't know. We'll check on that and see how that goes later on. But at least he found love on a lonely highway somewhere. Fuck, I don't know. Anila and all her wants and all her needs. Basically, her sitter came to her and told her that she's getting ready to, you know, 86, alley-oop, deuces, peace out, I'm getting the fuck on about my business. And they decided to try and sit and speak with the woman and see what all they can do and say to get her to stay with them and deal with their badass dysfunctional kids that over there tearing up the house. They cute as fuck, but they bad as hell. But Miss Gomez just said, you know, all things considered, you know, I made y'all a nice little dinner. I set the scene for y'all. I made it real nice and complicated. She ain't do no deal John letter. She ain't get hit with no Betty Wright. You know, none of that shit there, no morning after, no Kelly Price. She just basically told him, you know, shit, hey, it's something I gotta say. Today is the day I'm leaving you, bitch. I got to go. So with that being said, she basically said she has grandchildren of her own. She has a family here in Houston that she wants to be close to. I don't know if Ms. Gomez got a new diagnosis or prognosis or what the fuck it is. Maybe it's just homesick and now she realizes taking care of somebody else's children or someone else, you know, and being paid for it, that's fine. But she said she owned her own house back over here. You know, she's been missing her own shit. She's been missing her own family. And quite frankly, she probably want to spend the rest of her days with her own grandchildren and get to know them better versus being seen on television and just being a nanny to the stars. But she's lived that life apparently and she's tired of it. And she basically wants to get back to the basics, which is to be closer to her family, her children, and her grandchildren, and get to know them better and raise them and babysit them and, you know, kind of bring a closer knit of, to her own family circle than someone else's. Anila, of course, being selfish and thinking of herself and her children only, and her husband also, you know, they're throwing a little cash at her. They thinking the woman was trying to get them on this gag where she was like, okay, well, fuck that. I need more money. I'm trying to play this little game to get a raise or whatever. But she was like, no, bitch, I don't give a fuck if y'all throw more money. I don't give a fuck if y'all big. Eat this steak. Eat them snap beans or green beans, asparagus, whatever the fuck I put on that plate, and that mushed potatoes. Eat that shit while I talk and drink this wine and get your buzz on while I tell you what's going down, because what's going down is me going the fuck away. I'm catching a flight. I'm be on height, and I'm getting the hell on out of here from Georgia on down to Houston. And I'm going to be with my own family. And they seem to have been devastated about it. I mean, I guess when you find somebody that you really trust with your children, and it takes a while to actually get that bond and grow that trust with someone around your kids, especially in this fucking day and time, someone you know is not going to mistreat your children, beat on them, you know, not feed them, or, you know, all that other shit, cuss them out, all that good shit you would probably do. So I can understand their frustration about losing someone they really have trust in. But bitch, it seems like you, Anila, you and fuck your mama at the house, and she don't do shit. She got all them fucking all them goddamn demands she made about the house being structured certain ways in her rooms and shit. Matter of fact, she need to be looking after her grandkids. Give her old ass a couple of dollars and let her sit around and run them kids, her and your daddy, and look behind them. Fuck all that shit. That woman wants to go be with her grandchildren. Hire somebody else. If you don't want your mama to be bothered with him, which I probably wouldn't, because she don't seem like she got a lot of patience her goddamn self. So it seems like to me, you need to take to Indeed or ZipRecruiter or somebody and see if they have in the nannies here. If you need me, call me. I come on and look after the little ones. I go on and uproot my life and move over there to Atlanta and move in with y'all and come over there and take care of them kids. Give me a ring a ding ding. Drop down in the comments and let me know if you want to do some business. I take care of kids very well, and I'm CPR certified. Nurse here, holla at me. Anyway, moving on to pretty much the grand scheme of things. Like I said, I'm not going to be very long. I got a lot of fucking videos to be recording and posting for y'all ass. So moving on to the grand scheme of this whole situation, like I told y'all, business, clothes, hair, fashion, makeup, house, all this good shit. So in this particular episode, Heavenly decides that she is giving the grand opening for her hair store. So she said she had a small opening, and so now it's the big reopening of the hair salon. I mean, not the hair salon, the hair store, with her different wigs and her wig lines and all this different stuff that she has going on. So she wanted to hit the world with that, and hit George with that one real quick. While she over here fixing teeth, she over here, covering bitches' heads with party caps and whatnot. So she making it happen and doing what she has to do. And I mean, shout out again, like I said before, I think this is more of a business venture for Allura because she's kind of looking out for her financial wise, and that's a smart thing to do. Like all the other celebrities, set your children up financially. So once you teach them and they can actually get the rhythm of that shit and keep it moving, and they have an income for themselves, and they're not always in your pocket. So that's a good way to get them started out. So I applaud that. So anyway, but she has these different wigs and colors and lines and hairs and all this different shit. And she asked some of the other girls to be in the show. Dr. Jackie was in there with her hair on and looking real motherfucking good, might I say. I'm pretty sure Curtis got a piece of that when Jackie got home because he was looking from the sideline. Heavenly came out there with that hair she had and with that dropping shit. And while she's sitting there trying to drop it and show these bitches how to do this shit, I think it was Toya. She probably does need to get a chiropractor or somebody on staff, because when she dropped it down, one of them hips or something, her knees popped like a motherfucker in that camera, if y'all paid attention. So y'all might want to go around there and check on it and see if she pop locking, if she doing things right, and if daddy got it going on and watching her like he should be, and making sure them bones is, the hip bones connected to the thigh bone and all that good shit. But they brought out the show. They had the ladies come about. She didn't have, I think Contessa wasn't in it, but Quad was actually in the situation. She put on her hand, did a little something. Allura did a little something. It was really kind of quite nice when it was all said and done. But it was the comments from the sideline for me talking about, Talia talking about it was the hookah hairline. That shit was funny. Because I will say this, that hair that Heavenly had on, that did look like one of the hair pieces that might have been featured in P Valley over there down in Chucalissa. It looked like she'll get good business if she take a trip down there to P Valley and talk to Uncle Cliff and them and talk to Hayden and them and get some contracts down at the Paint, along with his funeral director contract that she went and got. Now let me tell you, that was a smart motherfucking move, because aside to owning the funeral home, owning a wig line, or getting contracts with funeral homes for the dead, because trust me and believe, they need hair too. Everybody down at the funeral home don't have a full head when they leave up out of here, so they want to look good for their last session, their last go around, their last roundabout, for everybody to come take a little peeky poo at what they got on, for the last one time or the one times. And I felt like there was a good business move to actually get what that man, I don't even remember his fucking name, but it was a good business move to get him over in there and have him come by and check everything out to see how it looks. And he has, I think, like 20-something fucking funeral homes. So if you're supplying 20-something funeral homes with hair and wigs and different stuff like that, you can imagine that's making a fucking killing. And he's over in South Beach, Florida. So yeah, the shipping might be a little bit, handling business, but that's going to be worked out in the kinks and whatnot and so forth later on down the line. But the biggest part of it has been done. The bitch did work that part out and get that funeral contract. Listen, I don't fuck with no dead folk, Heavenly, but I come over there and model a couple of pieces for y'all or something, or go down there and see if I can get something over here in Houston for y'all. They got a lot of people over here that's dying every day from situations and whatnot and so forth, and they got plenty of funeral homes over here who would love to have your business, bitch. So reach out to some of these folks. Link up with me, fucking. I'll reach out to them, I'll be your personal secretary. I do part-time jobs, PRNs, whatnots. Sure the fuck do. But it was, the little soft opening or whatever the fuck you want to call it, hard opening, big opening, fat opening, whatever you want to call it. It was really kind of nice. What it was, Anila, she was doing too fucking much for me. The bitch was coming out there spraying all this hairspray. It's like, bitch, this runway, like them bitches holler, stop spraying all that all sheen, bitch. You gonna fuck around and get the stage all, and somebody gonna come out here and slip and break their fucking neck. But apparently, y'all know Anila, you know, with her house and all this different shit. She's a vlogger. So with that, you know, she's used to doing all this modeling and all this other shit and doing the whatnots and the 1-2s and so forth, back and forth and 1-2 step for y'all and all this other shit. So she got the chance to practice coming down the runway, you know, with this hairstyle, which she didn't wear any of the motherfucking wigs. She only wore her own shit. So apparently she was just in there to get another plug for her vlogging site, which, I mean, hey, this is what the whole circle is about, right? Circulate, 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 network, 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 make the money. And apparently she's doing quite fucking well because she furnished that whole house front to back, top to bottom, left to right, with just being on social media and vlogging and getting all these new fabulous, fantastic pieces to put up in this house. So, you know, I applaud her, fuck, if she can get it done. I mean, hey, I'm trying to follow the same footsteps. I ain't mad at you. Let's get with it. I'm not trying to hate her. I'm just trying to learn. But anyway, that's all I have for this little episode. If y'all feel like I ain't give y'all enough, fuck y'all. Go watch that motherfucking shit then. I'm not on here to be no news report. I'll give y'all a little bit, and y'all got to go down and look at the rest of it. That's why y'all keep coming back to make sure y'all look and see what I got going on, to see what they got going on. So anyway, I have more videos to go and record, to put out here for y'all. I have other shows to go and watch, to put up on this bitch for y'all, so y'all can take a good gander at that with y'all Googlies. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Click that notification button to make sure you get these notifications when these videos pop out. Because I'm not going to stop. I'm only rising to the top. Because how DJ Khaled said, I'm going all the way up. Nothing can stop me. Yeah. So please, like, subscribe, and motherfucking share. Click that notification bell to make sure that you get these videos and these notifications when they are put out. Share with somebody you like. Share with somebody you don't like. Share with somebody you know. Hell, share with somebody you don't know. Because in the end, I guarantee you, if you don't like me, somebody else will. Just check the comments. Check the views. Yeah. Right? And for those of you who all have been rocking with me since day one or just joining, hang in there. There's so much more to come. I'm still building this shit. And I'm a pretty quick learner and builder. Yes. Ambitious brother here. You feel me? Yes. Anyway, take care of yourself. Love on yourself. Love somebody else. But only if they're willing to love on you back in that same way. Because we ain't got time for all that old play fake ass shit, right? All right. Anyway, see y'all later. Take care.